Hey, this update in this extreme heat that we've been having for about a month now. Here in Zone 8A, the DFW area. It's not that we don't experience 100-degree weather here, but we've been at or around 100 for about a month with no rain. So the plants are definitely showing it. The ground is showing it. These are Hydrangeas Pinnaculata. They usually don't start burning this early, but you can see that they're showing already sunburn. I mean, it hasn't rained. It's all been, up to this point, I've been hand watering, but it is a challenge. I'll show you some of the effects that the sun has had, the extreme heat. Obviously the burn that you're starting to see. So they're not going to get to mature to the biggest size, and because I mean the heat's not going to allow it to happen. But we hope we get some rain, but there's no rain in the forecast, at least for the next couple weeks or so. Here's another one that also is showing some leaf, stress, heat stress. Also on the leaves, you can tell they're kind of yellowing. So out of these 4 emerald green arborvitae, the one here is the one that has experienced the least amount of leaf scorch in the past from heat stress. But I'm seeing it this year, this extreme heat. Like I said earlier, it's been about a month. Basically, summer came early, about a month early. So up close so you can see how it looks. This is sunburn basically. So unfortunately, conifers take a while to recover. So this one, you know, we hope to get some type of cloud cover or rain. These have experienced extreme heat in the past because they're in less shade. Once the sun comes over this fence, you know, just hold on for the heat. But I hope that they're able to survive the summer, but it's pretty extreme. Then we have this Rose of Sharon, and even it's showing heat issues. You see the leaves are yellow, and I know you might think it's chlorosis, but it was doing fine until the extreme heat came along. And even when it flowers, they don't last but half a day or so before they just wilt and die because it's so hot. Here's another arborvitae showing some heat stress. Here's another one. And up to this point, I've been watering them by hand, but you know, I'm a human being and I forget. So you see right there, yesterday I put in, finally, some drip irrigation. Here's a butterfly bush. Again, you could say there's chlorosis, but I mean, it's just the heat is so intense that it doesn't allow anything to grow healthy, even if I water them. This one is in full sun all day. Once it gets over this fence in about 20 minutes. That one's actually doing okay, the lower petalum. What I did is I trimmed it, kept it a little bit shorter, and I felt like it was able to use its resources better now that it's smaller. Figs thrive in the heat, so it's doing pretty good. Starting to see some actual figs grow. You can see another one over here. Another one. Check out these cracks on the ground that show you the stress. I mean, some of these cracks, like this one, I could stick my hand in there. You're talking about, 2 or 3 inch wide gaps. And I know I need more mulch, so I know that's what people are gonna say, and it's true. But they're also in the ground here. You just can't see them because of grass, but they're in there too. And here's a Mugo pine. It's also showing some heat stress, but it's also showing new growth, so I'm not too worried about it. Here's a mule grass, muley grass. That one's gonna be good. This is a Paul's Gold Cypress. Obviously there's no gold on it. This is the third year it's in the ground. It hasn't grown much because it always gets some type of damage, but this has been extreme. So it's getting pulled out today. I wouldn't pull it out in the midsummer because I know the stress that I'm gonna put it under, but to be honest, it can't be in more stress than it is already. Here's a Blue Atlas Cedar. It's doing really good in this heat. Just in case you didn't know, this is a Blue Atlas Cedar Hortsman, but its origins are Morocco, so it's a northern African tree, conifer. And one would probably think that it's, you know, adapted to cold climates, which it actually does okay in cold climates, but it really takes a heat, and this 100-degree heat is doing fine. I've been watering it every day or every other day, but look at the blue needles, the blue-gray needles, and then the new growth. It's real soft. This is a great tree. It's my favorite tree in the yard, and for a good reason. And these are junipers. They're pretty well adapted to cold air. I mean, cold and hot areas really. So they're pretty hardy for almost any zone. And then this is a Hawthorn. It's showing some heat stress also, but I'm hoping that it'll do well now that I put it on drip irrigation. Here's this Japanese maple. It's also showing some heat stress, but it's not doing that bad. It's just changing more into a green color. There's a couple of leaves that are, you know, basically cooking, but other than that, I've been watering it pretty good, so it's staying pretty nice. Snow Mountain Pierce is struggling a little bit. You can see some heat stress on that. And this Gardenia is doing good. I have it in a container. It's actually getting ready to bloom again, so I'm pretty proud of it. The Japanese Aurelia is doing fine. It's doing real good. It recovered from the winter burn, and mostly in the shade, so not having a problem. And then this one got really burnt. As you can tell, it's in recovery. I had to put it in basically almost full shade, but it's a Begonia Canary wings, and the color's starting to come back. It's starting to flower again. So, you know, just trial and error, and in this heat you gotta move everything as much as you can to the shade. Anyway, until next time.